out my buddy, another Wicked White. Hey guys, I'm Matt, doing a little test run with my GoPro, just mounted. I'm in a Wicked White, just like you saw back there, 2013 Mitsubishi Lancer Evolution. Love the car. I'm sure all you gearheads know or have seen all these videos about what the car can do, so I'm not going to waste our time talking about all that stuff. We're just going to go for a cruise, just see what's out there. Just saw that Wicked White Evo drive by. I'm in Aurora, Illinois. I see a lot of these cars, probably because we're in the Chicagoland area, close to the big city. Love it. Met a few cool dudes just randomly. Still trying to get into the Grip Union Club. Still haven't met everyone yet. Kind of anxious about that. What I did to my car, just all the intake and exhaust, all done by AMS. I installed it with my buddy George. We busted our asses trying to get that downpipe off. Took 4 hours. Been pulled over once, you know, that's not really a huge concern to me. I don't drive too crazy. Did burn out a clutch in the winter. That was kind of ridiculous. So I recommend getting a newer clutch if you can afford it. I got mine by ACT, love it. You know, not when I'm engaging the clutch, it's just very light, and it doesn't. It's not a problem. It's just very seamless, and you know, and then, you know, when I grip, it just takes. It doesn't. There's no lagging. I believe this is rated up to 550 horsepower, and right now my access port by COBB is telling me that I'm getting approximately 450 pounds of torque, foot-pounds of torque to the wheels. I don't know how accurate that is. I have not gotten this dynoed yet, but I'm really anxious to see. I think I'm going to get it dynoed when I put in my turbo. I'm not sure what I'm going to do. I'm relatively new to all this, but just loving the experience and learning, and it's a little heartache too because you spend money, lots of it, and when things go wrong, it just kind of sucks. But you know what? You fix it, and it just makes you that much closer to the vehicle, I feel. This vehicle is not in perfect condition because I got hit in my parking lot by the same girl twice. I know who it is. Cops couldn't do anything. Pissed me off. Minor damage though, only $1,000 worth of work, but I've been focusing on my upgrades lately. It's kind of embarrassing driving around, having it tagged, but it's not as noticeable as one would think. Almost made me want to cry, but you know, it just means I love this car. I named this car Alice X after Resident Evil Alice, and I think it's kind of cool. You know, I'm thinking about getting a sticker on the back or some sort of stenciling saying Resident Evo. I had AMS rolling after I told them that up in West Chicago, Illinois, and had the whole shop rolling. So anyway, they're really cool guys. I recommend them, but you know what? To be honest, you know, you're gonna wait if you want to get anything installed by them. It's usually about a month turnaround, which to some people they don't mind because it's you know, it's worth the wait. For me, I couldn't. I'm mechanically inclined, I like to think, and I just took care of business and went over there, picked up the parts for the STX 400 package. They didn't give me any decals. I didn't really care. Don't want people to know. I did, however, get the AMS lettering in the front on my intercooler. I'll probably put pictures up for you at the end of this video. But to be honest, I just all around really enjoy this vehicle. A couple complaints would be is just with the original clutch, it just really bothered me. Really hard to get used to at first, and then you know, it's just I'm sure you guys who own Evo know what I'm talking about. Some people don't have any problems, some people do, you know. I just wouldn't recommend learning in this vehicle. I'd probably take your buddies out, kind of a beater. Yeah. And I am in Mexico right now, so yeah, no cops. This car really does have some give, or excuse me, it explodes. After my downpipe install, I did notice a slight change in that lag that you get for turbo. It did improve, but you still get a little bit of lag. It's the AMS downpipe. Some guys are really curious about that because they don't install it. And go ahead. And just in general, it's a good question because, you know, it's a bitch of a part to put in, and you know, I'd say it's worth it. I got the test pipe as well. It does. I have my adapter for the O2 sensor for the cat back, but I have the medium size. I'm not sure the dimensions, but when you buy it from AMS, you get 3 restrictors that you can put in there. They're little adapters in an adapter within an adapter. I don't know, but yeah, I still get an engine light from time to time. Usually at higher speeds. It did happen at lower speeds when there was no limiter or restrictor. I'm not sure the name. So I got to get the really tiny one. So once I get that installed, I shouldn't have to worry about the engine light. And then just be aware, when your engine light comes on, I did read in the forums that it basically goes into a mode where you're wasting more gas. So just be careful. I'm not sure the names, but look it up. I do recommend, not, although this is going on YouTube, I do recommend not really listening to the guys, you know, the YouTube heroes. They're like, oh yeah, I'm doing this and that. I mean, it's cool, but most of them, I think, listen to their buddies, and that's where they get in trouble and they start breaking shit. You got to go through stages for your upgrade. It's really important. I recommend, if you don't live close to AMS, I think there's a few locations in the US, but I'm not sure the other one. Just I know West Chicago. But you know, if you want to map your upgrade the right way, I would talk to people that have been doing this kind of thing for years, and not just a guy, you know, I hate to say it, but a guy kind of like me just getting into it. And I want certain things for my car, so it's up to you to figure out how much you want to do, how much you're willing to spend. Do I want to go cheap or do I want to go expensive? You know, I think my answer to that question for most people would be is just, you know, pick what you want and then take the time and invest to get the best quality parts and items for it, because it's all aftermarket. Things made by in the factory for this vehicle are high quality. They're not shit. They're not crap, guys. You know, and, just like your fuel injectors. People say, "Oh, I need to get new fuel injectors." Well, my answer to you is that no, you don't, unless you're putting it in, you know, mods that actually require a better injection system. I mean, you shouldn't even mess with the fuel pump until you need a new one because you know those aftermarket parts do go out. What I'm saying is the Mitsu parts are really reliable. So I just recommend in general, do your research, don't mess around. Although it's not a really expensive vehicle, but the parts they really add up. And I kind of got put in that position. I was between a rock and a hard place. My clutch blew out. I mean, it was cooked because I got stuck in a parking lot full of snow and gravel. And I also burned my tires out doing that. I'm not gonna lie, I did a few launches and I had no clue what I was doing. Listening to a buddy. He emergency vehicle here. My buddy was just like, yeah, let's do a launch or two. And I'm like, okay, cool. It's brand new. Don't have to worry about previous owners or anything like that. But I didn't pay attention to the break-in period. I don't think anyone told me, hey, with that clutch, pay attention to 500-mile break-in period. So as you can tell, this video is basically an experience that I had. Really cost me a lot of money, guys. And when you invest in performance vehicles, don't expect people just to tell you, the right thing. You need to figure it out for yourself. So that's all I'm saying. Really fun car to kind of beat up a little bit. But expect to pay. Expect to pay, seriously. You know what? To me, it's worth it. Some people are, gonna be like, oh, well, I don't want that Evo if it's gonna, if parts are gonna fail on me and they're wearable items. I mean, that's the point. It's a wearable item. You're gonna have to replace it if you're driving it like a jackass, then, it's gonna happen sooner. So anyway, this car is a beautiful machine and I love it, hands down. I'd rather have a GSR, or excuse me, GTR.